Anda kembali menyaksikan live event Nations in Solidarity. Bagi Anda yang baru bergabung bersama kami, Anda lihat saat ini di layar kaca Anda di dalam Gedung Merdeka adalah Chairman dari African Union, Robert Mugabe, Presiden Zimbabwe yang memberikan keterangannya, memberikan pidatonya terkait dengan peringatan ke-60 tahun Konferensi Asia Afrika. Kita ikuti bersama pemirsa.
We have not had and we continue not to have adequate and commensurate representation in the multilateral system's constituent institutions. In 1955, our predecessors recognized the inadequacy of our country's representation, notably in the United Nations Security Council. Since then, we have consistently clamored for our rightful place at the table through a reform of the United Nations Security Council and the strengthening of the most representative body of the United Nations, which is the General Assembly. Equally consistently, our demands have been resisted through all manner of subterfuge and procedural maneuverings. The United Nations is turning 70 this year. For how long shall we, or must we, wait for the fulfillment of our just demand for the democratization of this institution? I believe time has come for us to revive and to resuscitate the spirit of Bandung in order to more effectively push the agenda of the South on all fronts. Time has also come to look at alternatives, to consider other options of securing our place in global affairs. We see evidence of this in the recent decision taken, for instance, by the BRICS countries, 3 of whom are part of our gathering here, in establishing a development bank or the Asia Infrastructure Investment Bank championed by China. These are examples of the way and manner we ought to forge ahead if the voice of the South is going to matter in international areas and international affairs. Excellencies, the past 30 years, trade flows between our two regions have increased rapidly, but in a highly imbalanced way. In 2013, for example, Asia accounted for 26% of Africa's trade flows, whereas Africa accounted for a mere 3% of Asia's flows. One of the major factors accounting for this skewed trade imbalance is that Africa-Asia trade patterns have replicated those between Africa and the developed countries. In both cases, Africa's exports are dominated by raw commodities, while its imports are dominated by manufactured goods. We can and must correct this unsustainable situation. African countries have thus decided to transform their economies through resource-based, value-added industrialization programs and projects. This economic transformation agenda offers immense opportunities for deeper cooperation between our countries, between and among other exchanges, between the regions through investments and technology transfers, among other exchanges. We thus invite our friends in Asia, many of whom already have a significant presence in many of our countries, to partner us in our industrialization projects through the beneficiation of and value addition to the natural resources as abundantly available throughout the African continent. African countries have also decided to enhance the process of integration on the continent through constructing, rehabilitating, and improving transport, energy, telecommunication, and other infrastructure. This offers another window of possibilities for greater cooperation between our two regions. Afro-Asian solidarity will be devoid of character.
Tadi masih Anda saksikan pidato dari Chairman dari African Union Robert Mugabe yang juga menekankan akan pentingnya aliansi baru karena dianggap PBB ini tidak mengakomodir kepentingan-kepentingan negara-negara berkembang, khususnya negara-negara yang berada di Southern Hemisphere, yaitu negara-negara Asia dan juga negara Afrika. Dan Bandung ini diharapkan agendanya bisa terus didorong agar lebih menunjukkan eksistensi negara-negara Asia Afrika, terutama negara-negara yang emerging markets di global affairs. Dan juga ada alternatif baru tadi disebutkan bank dari China yang dimotori oleh China, yaitu Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, yang bisa menjadikan alternatif financing bagi negara-negara berkembang tersebut dan bisa memudahkan kerjasama antara negara-negara Asia dan negara Afrika. Kami akan break terlebih dahulu. Pemirsa, live event Nations in Solidarity akan kembali setelah jeda pariwara berikut ini.